Hello everybody. I got a ton of valuable books back from CGC. They came in this huge box. When I say a ton, I think it's about 10 books. So let me go ahead and just get this thing open and let's get started. So these books are not mine. First one I've got here is Amazing Spider-Man number 97. Submitted as a 9.4. There's a crease to the right front edge here. Let's see. That's hard to see right now, but it is there. And I think that limits us. I think 9.6 is the very, very, very top end. I did notice that once I cracked the book out, there was a bend through the entire book. This thing was not a 9.4. This was more like an 8.0 when I cracked it. So it was an 8.0 and a 9.4 slab. So while the slab did say 9.4, I was really starting at an 8.0, 8.5 at the most when I cracked this book out. So let's just go ahead and see what grade. Okay, we did get a 9.6. That is a grade bump. So it's not 9.8, obviously, and I don't think 9.8 was ever in the conversation. Let me see if I can show you right here. This little tiny crease. I mean, the book is beautiful otherwise. Otherwise it could be a 9.8. But it's that one little thing right there that's keeping us from getting it. I don't see any bend-gate issues, so that's good. Let's just pick the next one. Try not to look at these books. Okay, this is the pedigree book. This is man, I don't have my glasses. I think it's 111, Amazing Spider-Man 111. And this one started as an 8.5 pedigree book. And I thought at max it was going to be 9.2. But I really, really, really think this is more like a 9.0. Could still get 8.5 again. Hopefully not. But beautiful gold label. And if we can get any kind of grade bump on here, it will be a success. So let's just see. Yeah, we did get the 9.0. I thought 9.2 was possible, but yeah, I didn't put any notes on it. I guess it's just, when I don't put notes on specifics, it's usually just an accumulation of tiny defects or something like that. But man, that thing looks absolutely gorgeous as it's sitting right here. Yeah, very, very solid book. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it. It is a Boston pedigree. Not too familiar with that one, but that's what we were looking at. Okay, so we got grade bumps. That's the same owner, and he got a grade bump on both, so that's good news. This one was actually a 3.5 when I got it. And I think it is now a 4.5. And I'm just not very good at these mid to low grade books at grading them. I get usually within a 1.5 or something, but nailing the grades, it's hard for me to nail these grades like I can maybe on like an 8.5, 9.0 plus. It's just I'm all over the place. It's very difficult because the grading system at CGC is a little bit weird. Maybe not so weird in that at the top end, they're more of a deductive process, like they'll just start deducting grades based on defects. But when we get down to like 2.0, 5.0, 4.0, it's more like a grader just looks at a book. That's my opinion. It's a 4.0. Boom, it's a 4.0. And it's not really deducting a lot. Now my grading system through my points tool, my grading tool, which is free. You guys can look at that. There's a free version. It should be in the description below. And it basically is deductive all the way down. So that's what I use to grade these books. And so that's how I came up with my 4.5. I think the owner will be excited to get a 4.5 on this book. So 3.5 to 4.5 is awesome. I do think there's a small chance we could get a little bit higher, but let's just find out. Okay, we did get the 4.5, so I talked bad about myself, and then I hit the grade exactly, so that's good. It is just off white to white pages, which is really good on a book of this grade. It's a very, very clean book. I did a lot of work on this book. So it's a well-earned 4.5. And this is why it's a 4.5. If you do this, it presents like an 8.0 plus, but unfortunately, got a big piece missing right here. It's just a matter of where's the grader going to put this book with a piece missing. So cleaned up all the other defects, smooth the book out. It's as perfect as it can be now, but that's just going to cap our grade beyond that. I thought maybe we could get 5.0 with that, but I think 4.5 is just probably, I guess, the max they would give on that book because it's beautiful otherwise. Okay, so let's see. Alright, got Fantastic Four number 5. This is a different owner. This is a unique owner from the other two. And yeah, awesome book. One of my favorites. I think it's one of everybody's favorites. First appearance of Doctor Doom. Doesn't get much better than this. Second time I've held this book, and it gives me, my heart speeds up a little bit when I hold this book. Such an awesome, amazing book. So he sent it to me, and it was a 6.5 in a slab. So I was hoping, even a grade bump to 7.0 is a really big deal on this book. It did have a very, very fragile staple right here. So I'm a little bit nervous whenever I send a book with a really fragile staple, whether CGC and they can be a little bit clumsy with books, it seems sometimes. Unfortunately, they've popped staples on me in the past. But yeah, didn't do a whole lot. I did kind of the minimum I had to do to get this book improved. Not too many presses, not too much manual repair work, just the right amount to avoid, God forbid, popping that staple. I did not want to do that. So I was very careful and gentle, like I am with all books, but even more so. It's hard to go above and beyond, and you don't want to push a book too much. Like, I may have done 5 presses on this book if it didn't have a fragile staple, whereas I might have only done 3 or something like that. And generally, if you're into cleaning and pressing, you probably know this, but if you're not, generally pressing the book is like the least invasive thing you can do, the least risky thing you can do to a book. Manual repairs, whitening, all that stuff, if you try to do that, that's where you get into some risky stuff where you can damage books. But pressing, it's better to do 5 presses than do manual repairs with a tack iron. God forbid, I don't ever recommend using one of those ball bearings. I don't do that anymore. There's like one certain situation I'll use it, but it's a very safe way of doing it. But rolling a book, that's just crazy. Don't do it. You'll stretch the paper out. You'll end up with a bad result. Oh yeah, if you're interested in cleaning and pressing, check out my website, improvecollecting.com. I have a community where I teach people to clean and press and hopefully get the results that I get doing this. Okay. This is starting to hurt my broke finger here, so I'm just going to, open it up. Okay, 7.5. That is huge. Huge. I was actually hoping there was an outside chance of 8.0, but I think that would be pushing it on this book if you just kind of look at where the spine is. And that hanging staple, they did not pop the staple, apparently, if it got a 7.5, so that's good. It's got a lot of tanning on it. To go from 6.5 to 7.5 is a pretty significant bump. I don't know dollar-wise whether it is. I don't tend to try and look at dollars until after the fact now. Beforehand, I don't like to look at values too much on books. I don't want any kind of like, this is a $10,000 book, I better treat it differently. I treat a $5 book just like I treat a $10,000. Just like I treat a $1 million book. Same process, every book. Unless it's a test book, 50 cent, $10, a dime test book, right? And I'm intentionally doing things, in a certain way to test stuff. Okay, let's keep going. My video is getting way too long here. I did not intend to have this be so long today. Oh, I completely forgot. I got to give away this book. Actually, turns out I had planned to do the giveaway or the drawing or whatever, and it turned out to be my anniversary week, my 20th wedding anniversary week. So we went out of town. I wasn't around to do the giveaway, so I apologize for the delay on this. But let's do that in just a second. Let me unbox a couple more of these books, and then we'll get that done. Okay, I paused the video there for a second because I have 3 Amazing Spider-Man 129s. I want to make sure I get them in the right order so I know the notes that I'm looking at when I'm obviously showing these books to you. So, the first one, now I've already looked at the grades, so sorry about that. I had to do that to get the books organized correctly, is this one. These are all 3 high-grade copies, and they're all about the same range, so I had to, I know exactly which book is because I took notes, and I did a before and after video, so there's no chance of me getting these books mixed up. Okay, so this one was a 9.0 when I got it in, and there's pretty bad top staple stresses, which are pretty common on this book. But this one is a little bit more than normal, I would say, on a high-grade book. So I thought that would limit the grade. I think the absolute top-end grade this book could get when I got it in was 9.4. But it actually presents like a 9.6. So I'm just hoping that we get the grade bump, either 9.2 or would be acceptable on this book. Obviously, we don't want to have a 9.0 turn back into a 9.0. Of course, that's possible, very possible. This could be limited. The grader could think, that's pretty bad. Let's just call this a 9.0. But yeah, no matter what grade it gets, it presents like a 9.6. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous copy. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Okay, so let's just go ahead and look. Okay, we did get the 9.2 white pages, so that's good. So any kind of grade bump on a book of this caliber, you know, is going to be a welcome thing. It's going to give us some more dollars for the owner, more value in the collection. But mainly, these books are now just the best version of these books that they possibly could be, regardless of what the grade is. Okay, the next one. Started out as a 9.4. I actually didn't think 9.6 would be very likely. I thought there was only an outside chance of 9.6. But however, being this book, going from a 9.4 to a 9.6 is pretty significant. And I've seen 9.6s that look like this book did when I was done. So I think it was still worth cleaning the book up, cleaning, pressing, get everything as beautiful as it can be, and then just seeing where the chips fall. But I actually think this is going to be a 9.2 or a 9.4. I just think that this book is a 9.2 or a 9.4. But you know what? I'm not the grader. I'm not CGC. There is a front lower corner crease. And I think that's why. I don't think you can have... It's probably not going to show up in the video. But it's there. It's very, very faint. It's not hugely color breaking. But you can see the line of it if you have a raking light on it. So that's the reason I think 9.4 is the absolute cap on this book. But once again... It's cleaned. It's beautiful. Best version of itself. So, you know, regardless of whether it gets a grade bump, it still looks better than it did before it was sent to me. So let's just see. Okay. Whew. And the reason I go whew is because I just didn't want to get the grade to go down. I'm okay. I think the owner's going to be okay with the 9.4. But going down, that really sucks. We don't want to do that, right? I was a little bit disappointed again in this book. Not the book itself, but in the grade that was given to the book. It was a 9.0 when I took it out of the case, according to CGC. But once I looked it over, it was highly overgraded. This was not even close to a 9.0. Well, I mean, it was an 8.0. 7.5, 8.0, somewhere in that range. But nowhere near 9.0 caliber. So I was like, oh, man. Because in the case, it looked fine. I mean, sometimes inside the case, it can hide defects. No matter what you do, there's just some things you can't see. So yeah, we went ahead and I just did my best. And so I'm hoping actually just to get that 9.0 back. That's kind of where if we could just get 9.0 back, that would be a win. But I could see this coming back 8.5. We don't want that, but I mean, I have it as a 9.0 and I'm a little, conservative. But let's just see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Okay, 9.0. White pages. So, 2 of these 3 books, the grade didn't go up. But yeah, still a beautiful, gorgeous 9.0 copy. Looks infinitely better than it did when I received it. And so hopefully the owner will be okay. This is the reveal, so you're probably watching this, owner of the book. So I apologize for not getting you that grade bump. I don't remember whether it was off-white to white or whatever before, so maybe we got that. But yeah, many apologies. I typically get grade bumps. I usually don't crack books out if I'm not expecting to get a grade bump or if there isn't a big, if it's not borderline in some way. But unfortunately, we were kind of tricked a little bit by CGC. So, yeah, I apologize for that. But at least we were able to turn this 8.0 true grade, 7.5, back into what the label said when we cracked it, 9.0. Okay. While I was getting those out, I went ahead and unboxed the rest. They're all sitting right here. This one is one you don't really see that often. I mean, people don't usually feature this book, but it has value. It's a Hulk 183. And started out as a 9.4. And the way I saw it is 9.8 was not possible in this book. But I do think that 9.6 is very much in the conversation. I think it's a borderline 9.4, 9.6, but more on the 9.6 side. So I think we have a legit, really good chance of getting 9.6 on this book, and we did. White pages. So there we go. Back to getting grade bumps again. Don't like unboxing books that don't get grade bumps, it's not fun. It's not as fun as getting that big grade bump, right? But, you know, it is what it is. It's not all, you know, it's not all good times around here. Okay, one book left, but before I get to that one, let's go ahead and do that giveaway. X-Men number 266. Now, I've already done the drawing on the computer, and I'll show the results here on the screen as I tell you the winner. Drum roll is Tony Samus or Samus1. Thank you very much for commenting on the video and watching my videos. YouTube actually shows you how long somebody's been subscribed now when they comment, and he's been a subscriber for over 2 years. So thank you very much for being a subscriber. I'm glad it went to somebody that's been with the channel for so long. But yeah, just contact me, improvecollecting@gmail.com, and we'll have a little verification where I'll just verify you are who you are, and I'll send this beautiful X-Men 266 that was mistreated by CGC. We cleaned it up as best we could, and then we got it back as this beautiful newsstand 9.2 First Gambit. So yeah, thanks again. All right, so last book, certainly not least though, because it's the first full appearance of Wolverine, Hulk 181, and this was sent to me as a raw book, and it had these discolorations on it. If you could see this, like yellow instead of orange here, like some kind of substance got on it. Right here as well. And the stuff is also on the back. It's kind of grease, I think, like an oily substance. And I think that's just somehow changed the color from orange to yellow. I looked at other books. This is not a common defect on this book. So no chance we can get away with it. And there's little grease stains all over the back, and you just can't do anything with grease. Even if you try, unless somebody out there knows of a way. And even if you could remove it, you still got the discoloration. So, you know, I mean, it kind of is what it is. So I cleaned the book up, cleaned and pressed it, made the book look as perfect as it could possibly look. But unfortunately, just can't do anything about that. So I don't know how this book is going to be graded. This book could get 5.0. This book could get 8.0. How is CGC going to treat these things? And I think what they're probably going to end up doing, or probably ended up doing, is measuring the staining on the back and the front, little grease stains or whatever. And they probably have a little chart, and it just says this is the max grade you can get. Because without that stuff, this is like a 9.4. It's a beautiful book. It just has a little character, has a little bit of camouflage on it, if you will. Yeah, so I don't know. I have no idea. I actually have it as a 7.0. That's what I think it is. But I really have no clue. So let's just find out. 6.0, okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. 6.0 is definitely in the ballpark here, or in the conversation. But yeah, man, if you want a 6.0 that has a little bit of character to it, has those spots on it. I mean, it's orangish, yellowish. It's not completely unpleasant looking as far as stains go on a book. I mean, it's not like this big blob of darkening or whatever, you know. I mean, it's complementary colors, I guess, if you will. So if you're going to have a 6.0 that has staining on it, this is pretty good. Pretty best case scenario, I think, because it presents like well over 9.0, 9.2, 9.4 otherwise. I mean, I think this book had a chance at 9.6 if it didn't have that stuff on there. So somebody's going to want to probably pay a premium for a 6.0 copy that presents without the discolorations like a 9.6. I mean, that's just crazy, right? That you can get it at that price point. The interior was beautiful, immaculate. The book looked like it had never been read, honestly. So, yeah, I would love to have this book. So I think the owner might be a little bit disappointed in it. I mean, I kind of would be too. I mean, I think some graders could have gave it 7.0, 7.5, maybe even 8.0. So yeah, tell me what you think about that in the comments. What grade would you give this book? You know, look at the pictures of it online. On the CGC website there, look at that certification number. Tell me what you think. What grade would you give this book? I mean, do you think that staining detracts enough from the book to make it a 6.0? Or do you think it still could fetch a higher grade? Let me know. So that is all we had. I mean, that's a lot though, right? I mean, that's a lot of money sitting here on my desk. Got to send them back to the owner right now. Thanks again to our lucky winner. And thanks for everybody else that participated. Sorry for the delay again on the giveaway. So stay nerdy, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.